Hello and welcome. On the south coast, can't believe it. Atlantic in front of me. I'm trying to photograph this one selective rock that looks like a shark's fin coming out of the water. With a lovely crashing wave coming over it. And I'm finding it quite difficult to isolate this rock, so I've come right over. If I go too far over to the right, that rock looks just like very narrow. I want to see the side because I want the light to hit the side of it as well. Hopefully it will. We've just had a nice pink blush and then it sort of disappeared. Bit of a shame, but it's still moving. There, I'm getting my timing better. My timing's getting better. I might just opt for a longer exposure, just slightly longer. With the Facebook group, by the way, Thumbs Up Photography, we've had a little meet. There's about 7 or 8 of us. We've got the superstar of YouTube with us, Podgy Snapper, and I think he's absolutely enjoying himself. He's loving it to bits. So he says he hasn't got a good image, and I believe him. This is Colin's location. He says you've got to come down here and photograph it. It's one of his favourite locations. And ahhing. Oh, so glad I come down. It's brilliant, brilliant. Love those pastel colours in the morning. They look phenomenal, beautiful. But I'm hoping as the tide recedes, we can get round and start getting some more of these different rocks and really work it. So I've got to admit, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy, but we've just got to keep persisting. What I've done, I've gone into a portrait orientation, and I've got to admit, I like it so much better. I think it suits this jagged rock, and I think I've managed to capture an image that I really like. It looks great on the back of the image. And it's got it as it's crashed over the rock, beautiful. At the moment, I'm preferring 1/5 of a second exposure. I might start changing that a little bit now and see if I like a quicker exposure or a longer exposure. And I think as the morning wears on, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some longer exposures as the sea retreats. Get some nice drag in the water as it's receding out and things like that, and get some nice, longer, more fine arty stuff. But at the moment, this is all about the drama and the crashing waves, and it's superb. I'm loving it. See you in a bit. What a morning we've had. It's been superb. Okay, so tide's gone out. It's midday now, whatever time it is. It's nearly midday. Oh, so we've come scoping, doing a little bit of scoping. Coming round to the next bay. Colin's showing us this bay. Colin and AD have been here before. Wild camped up on the cliff there. Looks great. That'll be done. But we've come to photograph this rock here. It's like a big, massive shark's tooth. I don't think I got it. You're right behind me. Can you do it again? No, you're right behind me.
No pressure. Let's all do the jelly balls.
So, God, I got to start again. I knew it. I knew this would happen. So we've come to photograph this rock here. We're going to call it the shark tooth rock. Is it gone yet? No, it's still there. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to do a fine art. The light's just a little bit too harsh, but I'm going to do a fine art shot. Get rid of the horizon and just focus on this rock here. 2-minute exposure and a minute exposure. I've tried both, see how they work out. Whichever one I like, I'll put up. Oh, you like that too? It's like Strictly meets Jaws, isn't it? What chance have I got? What chance have I got? Okay, I hope you enjoy this image, and we shall be moving on, and I'll probably catch you later. Hopefully we're out Torville and bloody Dean here. Hello, I'm back again. It's been a couple of hours since I actually spoke to you last. That's my fault. We've been searched another little cove down the end there and got some images. Been back to the car, replenished, restocked on us food, and then we've come back down as the sun sets. It's looking beautiful. It's looking stunningly beautiful. That tide's coming in quick as well. So, I've got this composition set up. Let me just spin you around there so I can grab the shot. So what I've done is, we've got this big dominant rock on the right-hand side of the image. I've got pretty much nothing on the left-hand side, so I wanted to sort of balance it. What's balancing it is, or supporting the rock, is the sun just trying to come through and leaving lovely reflections on the water as it's coming in. And it's nice and diffused, so it's not too dominant in the scene. It's beautiful. And it's reflecting on the side of this jagged rock as well. It's actually nice to see a little bit of that nice warm colour. Looks like we're going to lose it in a bit then, and that might be that for the day as in colour. But I don't think, as long as we've got a nice bit of texture in the sky, it's going to work. It's definitely going to work. We're all getting a little bit wet. It's coming over the old boots a little bit. We definitely need the wellies. But even with the wellies, I think you would get wet, to be honest. It's just one of them. Just bring a spare pair of socks with you, or even another pair of boots. You're getting wet. You see what I mean? And the tide is racing it. Bastard! Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I'm moving back. I've tried umpteen different shutter speeds, including a fifth of a second, which I'm on now, and I'm just trying to capture the waves as it comes through and it splashes up against the rock. I've had a 2-minute exposure, a minute exposure, and now all I'm going to do now is adjust the exposure to the light. The only other thing I might do is I might try it from, say, a 30th of a second, something around there, and then get a longer and longer exposure down to 15th and so on. And to do that, what I'll do is up the ISO to get that quicker shutter speed. So I'm actually going to do that and try and get the waves as it hits the side of the rock and splashes and gets that nice shape. I'm not sure, a 30th of a second might be just a little bit too quick, I'm not sure, but we'll try it and have a look. And to do 30th of a second, I need an ISO of, well, I'll set it on the 30th of a second first, and then my ISO is going to be around 800. Focus on the subject, and then it's just a matter of clicking the shutter as it splashes up the rock. There we go. That was a nice one. So I think what I'm going to do now is drop the shutter speed down to a 15th of a second and then adjust the ISO. So we're looking at about ISO 320, something like that, 15th of a second again, and we'll just try and grab some more shots as the waves come around the rock. Working quite well, actually. So I just want to stop the video there because I make a massive error. Now I'll blame it down to the large surf, but when that surf caught me out and I ran back, what I didn't do is adjust the tripod. So all these images are taken at all different shutter speeds. The top of the rock was right in line with the horizon. So I had a plan, and the plan was to make it a fine art image, or fine art images, and get rid of that horizon, which works quite well. So what I'll do is I'll show you the raw file and then I'll show you the finished image, but it just shows you I wasn't on the ball. All I've done is carried my tripod back, didn't adjust the height, but because we went up the sandbank, that meant that the top of the rock was clipping the horizon and basically ruined all the images, but I think I've managed to pull it back a little bit. Let me know what you think. This image was made up of 3 exposures, picking different parts of the wave formation to create the one image. If you are interested in how I process this image, now why not join my members area where I guide you through my workflow step by step to create this beautiful picture. It's been fantastic. Oh! But I'm done. I'm definitely done. I've enjoyed it too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.